VBot has a lot of email tools that help you craft better email campaigns. I'm going to share with you all these tools within the email campaign builder, how you can access them, and what are they used for. Now, I'm already inside a campaign. I already have a design. And you can see here under my design step, this is all clickable from the top. I can edit my text version. This is the absolute basic text which we render by taking all the URLs and making everything available right here for your clients. Okay, you don't have to create that type of format just in case some of your recipients do not have HTML included. And you can control this copy, by the way. Okay. You can also do an inbox preview, which lets you test how this design look like on an Android or a Gmail app. Let's go ahead and test it on a Gmail app and perhaps on an Outlook 2019 and send it. Now this is credit based. It's using Litmus, so we're gonna go ahead and a couple of seconds before it renders. But every account comes with, I believe, 100 credit allowance, which is plenty for 99% of users. If you are doing heavy testing, we have add-ons for it. You can reach out to us to get more. So this is how the content looks like when it was tested. Obviously, shortcodes and references to people's names is not going to work because that only happens when we send out the actual email. But this is my Outlook. I can literally see where I need to work a little bit on. And then I have my Gmail copy and how it looks like. Okay. Rich from lead buffer, and this is the entire content. Pretty cool stuff. You can always add new tests, or you can renew the test by retesting it right here. Okay. It's a quite robust option. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go back inside the design. So the tools are right here on top. I'm going to be just focusing on that for the time being. The first option from the left is the tools, where I can send a test email to myself. So you're going to put your recipients here and just send them a test so they could see how this looks like. I also have an option to do spam score, which looks at every keyword, and it tells you, for example, privacy is scoring 4. And it's important to understand this because if you score all the way to 5, which is the end of this progress bar, that means you have a lot of keywords. You might want to consider removing some. This is just a rough estimate of how filters are looking at your content. We took those keywords from the spam filters of the world, and some of them honestly don't make any sense, like privacy, team. These are keywords that most people need, but for some reason or another, filters are looking at these keywords as a potential spam. Now, it's not just 1 or 2 keywords. It's usually everything you've done in the campaign. So if everything is right and you have a few of these keywords, it's not a big deal. Okay. You also have a settings option. That setting option lets you set the tone or the font for the entire template, the button link, and hyperlinks. And soon, with the new builder, we'll have the option for you to save your themes and a lot more to customize as well on the global level. This is where you can activate or search our documentation. Very easily accessible from here. And you can always ask our support team by clicking on Get Support, which triggers the chat widget. We're always on standby, always happy to help. You also have the ability to test this in a rough, I would say, web way to see how responsive it is. It doesn't really tell you 100% how these are rendering when it gets sent. This is why the inbox preview, which is also accessible here, by the way, is available. We have a shareable URL, which you can send to some of your team members, and they could look at it. And again, this doesn't do it justice because when it gets sent, email, let's say Outlook will read it one way, Gmail will read it another, and there are hundreds of different browsers. So use the inbox preview for sure. We do have a version control right here, so this saves all the different edits you've done so you can roll back in time if you've made any mistakes. And also we have the shortcodes, which I have mentioned to you before, right in here, which means you can access your unsubscribe links with different formats, your date stamps, and other values within your data. The last thing under the summary, this is where you're going to schedule your campaign or send it now. Very important. Some people miss this for some reason. Send it now will just make it an immediate send. And this is really what I want to focus on is the UTM tracking. If you're not familiar with UTM tracking, please read up on it. It helps your attribution a lot. But here I can add the UTM source, medium, campaign, term, and content. So you can pre-fill these. So any URL within the campaign will have these UTMs appended to it. And the same tests I was doing before are right in here. So these are the tools available in VBOT when it comes to improving your email Outlook, view, testing, and cross-browser compatibility.